The angles that people are taking with all these needs to be looked at. We've got all this stuff stored, but no way of actually dealing with all of it. And it's just becoming more and more of an issue as we gather more data.
Decided to partner with GovHack this year because we share a lot of the same values. We're really keen on building technical and creative skills in our community and collaborating more with government to deliver social and economic value.
If you're considering bankruptcy, understand that while it can offer you a fresh start, it does come with some serious consequences. To start with, you will normally be bankrupt for 3 years and 1 day, and your name will appear permanently on the National Personal Insolvency Index, or NPII. This is an online record that anyone can check, including banks, landlords, and employers. You might lose some of your assets, and you could find it tough to borrow money, renew, or obtain insurance. You may also have to pay a bond before connecting gas or electricity. You won't be able to travel overseas without permission. You might even have to surrender your passport. Your income, employment, or business might be affected. And if your income goes past a certain point, some of that could go to the people you owe money to. Bankruptcy conditions are legally binding. So if you don't stick to them, you could be in even worse trouble. The AFSA website has a lot more information about bankruptcy and its consequences. Simply go to afsa.gov.au and search Consequences of Personal Insolvency. Bankruptcy is serious. Understanding how it works and what to expect will help you decide if it's the right move for you.
When I come to work in the morning, I think I look forward most to the variety and things that kind of take my interest, and I get that not just from the work that I do, but also from the different people that I interact with.
Being able to work across the different areas of the ATO, it's really built my confidence, and I can see, the areas that I shine in, what I enjoy doing, and really where I can add the most value. I'm hearing directly from the IT workforce that the things that I'm implementing in the workplace are really making a difference.
The work that we do at the ATO, it really pays the bills for the community as a whole. So we're the ones who ensure that the system's running, bills get paid.
There's not many organisations out there in Australia that have the sort of size and scale of IT systems that we do. So in terms of professional development, the tax office has been a really great place to work.
The breadth of experience that you can get in the ATO has been really wonderful for my career. Not just going out and doing a training course, but actually getting the opportunity to learn on the job.
There is so much more to the ATO than just numbers. There is so much more to the ATO than just technical knowledge. It's a varied workforce in a varied environment.
There are lots of things that I really enjoy about working at the ATO. The work is really interesting, really challenging, and for a tax nerd, it's the best kind of work you can do. And the ability to be able to work from home, supported by all the right technologies, is one of the conditions that is really of benefit to me.
I came from the private sector in hope of having that work-life balance and then progressing my career, and I'm definitely not disappointed. I'm going to wake up and I want to go to work.
It's not always a case of just collecting revenue. It's also educating taxpayers at the same time and ensuring that they're going in the right path.
In a public service, you expect everyone to be formal. You expect everyone to be stern and, I don't want to say boring, but no, they're all just human as well. So coming into here was just a surprise to what I expected.
What has been the real impact of the work that you've done over your career? What's been the real legacy that you've set? Who's really challenged you? Who's really pushed you and set your limits? That's questions that you can really answer if you come to the ATO.
What you're seeing here is the outcomes of deep collaboration between Data61, other parts of CSIRO, our 30 university partners, government and industry.
There's a lot of great innovation happening within the organisation, and it's really great to see it all in one place.
Your brain ends up exploding with the possibilities.
When we lift the scale of our ambition and we focus on multidisciplinary projects, we can achieve a whole lot more than we can individually, and that's what the country needs right now.
Without science, we don't have a future.
GovHack is Australia's largest open data hackathon. Brings together technical people, creative people to work on challenges that are important to citizens of Queensland and Australia as well. As part of doing the business of government, government generates a vast amount of data that can be used for all sorts of purposes.
What we often see is when community groups or individuals access that data and try to solve everyday problems in their community, they might be able to come up with a solution that the government just hasn't had the resources or the time to do themselves.
We've got access to about 2,000 different types of data, from finding out when fireworks are coming up in different areas or seeing soil erosion or emissions from factories. And GovHack's a great opportunity of having this explosion of multidisciplinary people coming in, solving problems that we didn't think we had or even knew we would be able to solve.
They can create an app or a website. It could be informing people of where to find the next water fountain in the parks, or it could be an app for where do I find a good parking spot in Brisbane.
It's the ultimate way of government saying that citizens are an active participant in the way that they design solutions and policies for government.
I think the most exciting thing about GovHack is more the people that you're with. Having mentors and people who have skills that are not yours, and you can become a team and work towards something that you don't think you would have been able to do yourself. I think that's a great strength of GovHack.
And an event like this is such a great way for us to talk to people, to listen to people and to learn to people in terms of, is what we're doing valuable, could it be improved, and also what the future of open data might look like as well.
And great outcome at the end of the week is we've got all these fantastic things to work with, problems to solve, even products or services that we can now develop. It's a great opportunity for people to get together and really come up with benefits for the community.
My name's James Dale, currently 17, studying VCE at RMIT. I've been to a couple of hackathons before. I really love the vibe and the atmosphere going to them. So far I look at the IP Australia datasets, and we're currently having a look into what we can do around their criteria and having a look at some other datasets as well.
I'm Stiliana, I'm the user experience designer. I look at end-to-end experience design all the way from research strategy to figure out user pain points when related to digital, all the way to development-ready designs. Something that really drew me to GovHack is the fact that all these different data sets get released for all sorts of different topics. My group is looking at a waste management data set, so we're looking at waste and how it's increasing over time and how recycling is kind of stagnating at this point. So we're going to try and find ways to alleviate some of those pain points with machine learning.
Hello, I am Tess, I'm a solicitor and I am a first timer here at GovHack. For us it's really exciting, some of us are just meeting tonight. We know we come from different industries, we have different experiences, different insights. I'm sure we all operate in very different ways, so we're excited to just get into it and give it a go.
This is our first experience with GovHack. I've just got in this morning myself and there's a hive of activity, a lot of people walking around and getting together and clustering and working on solutions. So I'm really excited to get in here and have a conversation with some of the people and look at the solutions that they're starting to work on today. GovHack is very interesting to us. Emphasis is already part of the community. We're part of this ecosystem of technology working with customers, be it government or commercial organisations already. It's important for us and vital for us to continue that engagement with the community in ensuring that we're developing technology, we're developing technology engineers, that next generation of people that are come through, that are going to come and work for government, for other organisations and for us.
One of the things that Infosys does is to participate in hackathons. And for us, GovHack as an event was an extremely important event that we wanted to participate, and we wanted to be the premier sponsors for the event. And the reason this is important is because we have to actually foster an environment which allows people to be innovative, to be creative, push boundaries, meet people with like minds, build a community, and give them a license to fail, because only through failures you can actually build successes.
My name is Misha. I'm a regional head for financial services at Infosys. We are here to make that contribution, to be part of this society and to really work with the community to co-create the solutions to the problems that Australia faces today and in the future.
David Southwick, I'm the Shadow Minister for Innovation, Energy Resources and Renewables. It's very important to have companies like Infosys involved in GovHack, a global company, a company that's certainly been involved in recruiting young people and making a huge difference on the global scene. And what we have today is a whole range of talented people coming together, and that opportunity for them to learn and ultimately have the potential to work with companies like Infosys, and that's what we would encourage.
I'm pretty confident that we can win. I mean, it's really difficult to tell in a hackathon of this size, but definitely really enthusiastic for the best results.
Thanks everyone for an amazing GovHack 2018. Reports from the hard-working volunteers are in, and this year's event has been an incredible celebration of the power of open data. We've had thousands of people participate, new friendships have been made, and some incredible new projects and ideas have been developed over the last 46 hours. The judges are now getting ready to review the hundreds of great projects that have been submitted, but they're not the only ones with an opinion. Starting now until the close of judging, you can vote on your favourites. Be nice and play fair. The GovHack Awards ceremony is later this year. It's a wonderful celebration of both the GovHack community and what the tech sector can do with open data. After this video, your local volunteers will announce the Spirit of GovHack prizes for your site. The Spirit of GovHack prize celebrates those who exemplify cooperation, helpfulness, and team spirit. We'd like to congratulate the winners. You helped to make GovHack the most warm and welcoming community it can be. Finally, huge thanks to our sponsors who make the whole event possible. We'd also like to thank our local volunteers for their tireless efforts in making the whole thing come together. We couldn't do it without you. Thanks again for coming to GovHack. We hope to see you next year.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, finalists, distinguished guests, soon-to-be winners, welcome to the GovHack 2018 National Red Carpet Awards here at the most magnificent Australian Technology Park. To those of you in the room, a very warm welcome, and those of you joining us all around Australia and the world via the live stream, welcome to you too. We'd like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which we meet. We pay our respect to their elders, past and present, and of the future, and to those who join us here today. My name's David Bartlett. For those of you who don't know me, I'm 2/3 of the way through my third career. My first career ended as a CIO in a large government agency. My second career ended up as Premier of the Great Australian State of Tasmania. And now, wandering my way through my third career, I'm involved in many tech startups as chairman, director, co-founder, and a range of Australian, New Zealand-based high growth, sometimes high growth. We want to see high growth technology companies. So you can imagine my delight for the fourth time, I think it is, Jan, being invited back to host the 2018 Australian GovHack Awards, because right at the epicentre of all of my interests in public policy, in good government, in technology, in innovation, in newness and in a great Australian ecosystem of innovation lies GovHack. So thank you again to the organisers for the kind invitation to be with you tonight, and I am very much looking forward to celebrating with you, our special guests, our winners, our finalists, all of those volunteers who have made an enormous difference in 2018 to create this awards and all of the preceding events. We're here to celebrate and have a good time. We're going to keep things moving as quickly as possible. So a few housekeeping moments first. Emergency exits are located at the side and the rear. Bathrooms are on the left-hand side of the atrium on the way out. And we will be having at about 7:45, and you'll be able to check my first KPI then, whether I'm running to time or not. At about 7:45, we will be having an intermission break where you'll be able to fill your glasses, visit the facilities, and have some more great opportunity to network with your fellow GovHackers. We've got a few special guests I would like to acknowledge before we get started tonight. James Riley, the editorial director from innovationoz.com. Jamie Leach, who's the CEO of the Open Data Institute Australian Network. Paul Shetler, I see in the audience, who's co-founder and partner at Accelerate HQ and also the former and inaugural CEO of the Digital Transformation Office. Mike Price from GovHack New Zealand. And we did, I think, miss New Zealanders in terms of shared experience this year, but great to have New Zealand representation here as well. GovHack is, of course, more than an open data competition. It's about connecting amazing people. And a lot of tonight is about the connections that we get to make, who do amazing things with government data. GovHack demonstrates the value of data to governments and fosters an entrepreneurial ecosystem across Australia. In fact, as far back as the early 1800s, a physicist and clergyman, which you might think is an antithesis, William Pollard said, "Information is a source of learning, but unless it's organised, processed and available to the right people in a format for decision making, it is a burden and not a benefit." And so often in government we see data as a burden and not a benefit, and I hope tonight we continue on that journey of unlocking the great benefit of public value that the data that we own and have and share can create for all Australians. So a little bit of data about GovHack 2018 then. With 26 events across Australia, with a growing increase in young and particularly under 18 GovHackers this year across the country, over 2,000 registrations on our shiny new hackerspace, either as participants, mentors or volunteers. And this year there were over 240 projects submitted by over 210 teams, and 56 of those teams are represented here tonight. I hope you all checked out some of the talented makers and their projects in the atrium earlier, and I'd just like to pause and give our finalists a round of applause. Those 56 teams in the room tonight, and the 210 teams watching around Australia on the live stream as well. The statewide and local award categories provided great opportunity for our teams to put their local and state open data to work and get creative with challenges that are right on their doorstep, affecting people in the communities that they live in. This year again, we welcome many newcomers to the competition and a myriad of clever hacks that demonstrate clearly to judges and observers alike that awesome and inventive nature of our Australian civic hacker community that continues to grow and thrive. As you can see from the rolling slides, of course, behind me as well, GovHack would not be possible. Mention volunteers, of course, but it also would not be possible without the support of our Australian, national, state and local sponsors. So thank you to you, the sponsors in the room. Through your contributions, all of our events remain entirely free for everyone to attend and inclusive of all. We're ageless, diverse and accessible, and we thank our sponsors for continuing to help us make that the case. And of course, again, a massive heartfelt thanks to all of the volunteers and over 4 or 5 years association with the GovHack Awards. I know what an incredible job they do just tonight, buzzing around and make everything work for us, and a great event, but all of the volunteers who are all the local events and keeping them running and keeping people motivated and solving problems and sometimes bringing in pizza or whatever the case may be. You've put your time, energy and hearts into making each and every GovHack awesome. There is no greater gift you can give than your labour, in my view. So thank you for giving that willingly this year to GovHack 2018. So we've got lots to get through, and I know finalists here are desperately waiting to hear how your teams fared in the national competition. But first of all, some special guests that I'd like to invite to the stage who are here to show their support for GovHack and as sponsors have made a great contribution to GovHack. First of all, please please join me in welcoming who is Vice President and Head of Delivery for Operation in Australia and New Zealand. Welcome, Ashok.
Thank you. Thanks very much. Being a software engineer, I was very tempted to take the shortcut, but yeah, didn't have, I guess, the courage to do it. But that's the irony of it. Given that we are here, hackathon is a place where we push boundaries. We fail fast, learn fast, and all of that stuff. But I'd like to actually thank GovHack for giving us this opportunity. So good evening, everyone. I had when I said so, the organization has to speak. I was actually given 2 tasks, like everything else. So I have a KPI for this. So it was basically to do 2 things, and the first one was to inspire people. I thought about it, and I think it's quite easy to achieve that because all of you who are here, you are already inspired. Otherwise, you wouldn't have been here. So, that one squared up. The second one, I think I need a little bit of help from all of you. Otherwise, I won't meet my KPIs. And I'm not asking you to, this is not these motivational speaking icebreakers or anything else. I don't ask you to, stand up, talk to the person next to you, give your name, talk about your inner secrets, none of that stuff. If you could just put your hands up and just move, just 2 seconds, that's fantastic. Thank you very much. Thank you. So the second part of my speech was to actually, give a speech that is actually moving. So now I've moved the audience, so I can rest in peace, so I can literally actually finish this. Thank you very much. Thank you, really appreciate that. So of course, I'm absolutely privileged to represent Infosys, and it is actually our privilege to also, be one of the platinum sponsors this year. It's the 9th year of GovHack. I think David and Randall have already given up all the data, so part of my speech is already gone, but I've got only 5 minutes, so that suits this evening. So Infosys is a global technology services and a consulting firm, and absolutely focused, working with multiple clients, around the world, helping navigate their transformation journey, which is digital, all of these days. See, having seen the extraordinary work that is done by GovHack over the last 9 years, it was a fairly simple decision for us to actually, take up this sponsorship. And the reason being, I think our values, the empowerment, enablement part of it, as well as connecting the community through technology are common ground. So for us, it wasn't a difficult decision to do that. It is actually enriching for us to have people from all walks of life who have taken part in GovHack. A lot of our team members, right from leaders within the organization down to graduates who joined us recently, helped visit multiples of these locations. And what we found is, everybody from young kids to people who come from all different walks of life. And in some places, including pets, actually, took part in this. So when we actually are talking about community, when we are talking about people getting together to, solve business problems, nothing like having a national platform like GovHack. And we are absolutely proud to be associated with this. So while we actually, help our clients through the digital journey, what we have found is that the digital transformation, that gets activated, needs the skills to be built here locally, right? And in the process, I think, as an organization, we are making a contribution to technology as well as to the larger community over here. Ultimately, I think it is about, putting people and their experiences together so that, collectively we can, solve problems. And the difference between, I guess, what GovHack actually does with the open data compared to a lot of other hackathons which have got their purposes, I think this is to identify problems which we can actually solve, which is nation building. And in that sense, I think it is an absolutely exciting place to be and be a participant in this. So what we found is that as a process, a number of mentors came in, a number of leaders actually participated. I personally believe that the mentors and those who actually came and participated in this probably had a lot more to learn than actually them to teach the kids or the participants who were there. It was absolutely fascinating experience over those weekends in multiple locations. And that's a constant feedback that we actually got from a number of our employees who actually supported in this. And I do actually, agree that we had one problem statement that we actually took to this, and our problem statement was OneGov. And the idea was to explore how we can expand the concept behind the MyGov, and how can we actually bring the multitude of services that government agencies, be it federal, state, or local, how do we actually bring all of this together under one roof? And that OneGov was basically our problem statement. And we were absolutely, pleased to see so many, I think, 50 plus entries that actually came, and the team who evaluated this, I think were pleasantly surprised with the quality of responses, and some of the solutions were just mind-boggling. So what we would like to acknowledge is that, best of luck. I think, the 56 representatives over here, good luck to all the entrants. Congratulations to the winners. But what we would say is that, the participants, every one of you, keep, inspiring, keep innovating, and keep empowering one and all. I'd like to actually thank everyone who has been associated with GovHack, and the national, state, and the local sponsors, the volunteers, and the hosts, the mentors, but most importantly, the GovHackers. And I'd like to also want to say thanks to the team. You know, some of them are represented over here. Some of them couldn't actually make it, but there was a lot of effort and a huge amount of learning for us through this process. So thanks very much. Enjoy the evening, and we hope to see you all again next year during GovHack. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashok, and thank you, Infosys. All I can really say is that was indeed moving. So, and now it is time. You've been quiet and you've been patient. Thank you. It's now time to get you to cheer and to roar. And I do mean that because people have, not right now, people have worked very, very hard to be here tonight on their projects. It's a night of celebration. I don't want any of this polite clapping. When your team wins, I want you to go wild for them, okay? That's the first rule. And there's some more rules about accepting awards. Here they come. And anyone seen breaking the rules will have to answer to Jan, of course. And it was Jan that instructed these two gentlemen to walk on that end of the stage, and they were too afraid to break the rules. So let that be a lesson to you in the upcoming rules. For each award, I will invite the sponsoring agency or sponsoring company and company representative to come to the stage and present the awards. They will come up this side. They will stand here on the left-hand side of the X that marks the spot. I will then announce the award. I'll announce the name of the award category and a short description. In reverse order, I will then announce the teams who receive an honourable mention. Now, the important and operative word in honourable mention is mention. You don't get to come up here, but you do get a mention. Cruel, I know. You'll be able to collect your certificate from registration at the break or at the end. I don't make the rules. Then, I want you out of here by midnight, trust me. Then I will announce the runners-up, and we do want a representative of the runners-up from that team to come up, receive your award, have your photo taken. Where's my camera person going to be? There. You'll stand on the other side of the X spot and take fabulous cameraman will take your photo. And finally, the award winner will be announced, and of course, again, one team member to come and collect the award and prize-winning photo. So we're all clear on the rules. If you're a runner-up or a winner and hear your project name, get up here and your team get clapping, making loads of noise, and getting your photos. If you really don't want your photo taken, because we will be using these in future marketing material and so on, please let us know. So, we get the rules. Here we go. Our first award for tonight is the Making Open Data More Open Bounty Award, sponsored by CSIRO Data 61. Can I invite Alex Gilleran, Senior Developer from CSIRO Data 61, to present the award. Please welcome to the stage, Alex. The Making Open Data More Open Bounty Award asks the question about how open data can be presented on search.data.gov.au to make it easier and friendlier to use. And if that means making it more similar to using standard search engines like Google or something else entirely. Honourable mentions in this category go to Project Data 88 by Team 88 from Sydney and Project Correlation Explorer by Team I Adopted a Puppy Today, but I'm Still Here Hacking from Melbourne. And they should win an award for that team name. The winner, there is no runner-up in this category, the winner in this category is Project A+ Search by Team Data Cake from Sydney. We welcome Jessie Bryant to accept the award on behalf of their team. To To facilitate finding the right data set and appropriate documentation within the mass of available data, we analysed key areas to be improved. Keyword auto-completion, dynamic results to provide relevant documents, single-page application to help focus the user's query, and a mock-up of a chatbot functionality to provide personalised assistance. Please again congratulate Team Data Cake. Thank you, Alex. Don't do it. Don't do it. The next award is Work Life Made Easy, sponsored by Orion. PJ Shrestha, client executive from Orion, will present this award. Welcome to the stage, PJ. Oh, I tell you, trouble. Jan gave him the look. Their challenge was, how can we make work life easier for employers and their workforces now and into the future? The best entries that produce solutions to make work life easier is the nature of work changes, collaborating across greater distances, flexible workplaces and expectations, cultural boundaries, age groups, and rapidly developing and adapting technology paradigms. Ideas that deliver new approaches to employee experience so that employers and employees can succeed together in the future. Honourable mentions go to Take Me Anywhere by Team Error 417 Expectation Failed from Brisbane, and Active Cities by Team, some icon things that I can't pronounce, Active Aces from Darwin. I'll invite the runners-up to the stage, and the runners-up are Relocator by Team RGB 255,0,0 from Canberra. Unfortunately, they were unable to be here tonight with us this evening, but I think the winner is with us. So the winner of this category is Project Sea Change by Team Hack Appeal from Mandurah in Western Australia. We welcome Charlie Jones to the stage to accept the award. Right. Sea Change is a simple, interactive tool that allows people living in urban areas to visualise the possible economic and lifestyle advantages of relocating to a regional centre, and I can highly recommend Mandurah, beautiful town. They engage design thinking principles to truly empathise with the potential users of this tool, to create something that is beautiful, simple, and provides powerful reasons to consider a sea change to a regional area. Congratulations again to Team Hack Appeal. Thank you, PJ and Orion. Sponsored by Zataris, this next award is Save Lives with Data. On behalf of Zataris, I understand we have Wayne Spencer here today. Welcome to you, Wayne, and welcome, Wayne, to the stage. The challenge: how can we use data and technology to better the health of Australian populations, and what could the economic impact be? The runners-up were Project Emergency Data Response by Team Tech Preppers from Melbourne. Joining us on stage to accept their award is Adrian Martin. Adrian? From up the back. This project... He's about to do it. Yeah, do it. This project is based on a device which will host emergency data related to a local disaster site, basically a local internet which works in a situation where no internet is available. Congratulations, Adrian, and Emergency Data Response by Team Tech Preppers. The winner of this category is Project Don't Make Me Wait by Lucky Shot from Sydney. Welcome Sung Lu to the stage to accept the award for Lucky Shot. A chatbot to help people make better decisions about where to go when they have a medical emergency. Medical emergencies are triaged by hospitals depending on the severity of the condition. This affects how long a patient must wait in an emergency department. Through a simple chatbot interaction, they help people find the hospital where they are likely to spend the least amount of time waiting to be treated. As a result, they hope to reduce bottlenecks in emergency department waiting rooms. Congratulations to Lucky Shot, and thank you very much, Wayne. Our fourth award, Protecting Our Carers, is sponsored by the Department of Social Services, which Katie will also present. Well, Katie, can I welcome you to the stage because we have no representative so Katie Hannon, who's a GovHack board member, will in fact present this award on behalf of the Department of Social Services who are unable to be here this evening. Welcome, Katie, and thank you for all your great GovHack work you've done this year. Their challenge was, how can we motivate young carers to search out information on and engage with supports and services early in their caring journey rather than when they're in a crisis situation. Honourable mentions went to Connected Councils Connecting Community by Team Just We 3 from Mount Gambier, the mighty Mount Gambier. I don't want to get too political, Mount Gambier, but save the Mount Gambier Pioneers, the greatest basketball club in Australia apart from the Hobart Chargers. Anyway, apart from digital and government, basketball is my other passion. So, runners-up, runners-up, Project Boundless Connections by Team in Time from Melbourne. We welcome Colin Lee to the stage to accept the award. Their project aims to bridge communities together and encourage active lifestyles by pairing carers, volunteers with the elderly and people with disabilities. Congratulations, Colin and team. Beautiful. And the winner of the Protecting Our Carers Award goes to CareGov Beta by Team Oakton from Canberra. We welcome Patrick Drake Brockman to the stage. Care.gov.au supports young carers to meet their responsibilities and build community whilst telling their story to government and service providers. The team says, we decided to create a service that would consume what data we did find and help capture and populate the information that was sorely missing. By combining multiple services currently spread across numerous departments, we're able to pull together a clear picture of how young carers are actively using services available to them. Congratulations, Team Oakton. Thank you, Katie. Our award number 5 is Seeing Truly Believing. This bounty prize is sponsored by Australian Financial Security Authority. Please welcome to the stage River Paul, Chief Economist and Statistician, to present awards. Yes? This award focuses on how can we tell stories with visualisations that speaks the truest representation of our data. This is for the best visualisation of the impact of personal insolvencies at the state, territory or SA3 level. How do they interact with other data? For example, are there links with unemployment or house prices between personal insolvency? So, honourable mentions go to Solving Insolvencies by Team Data Cake from Sydney. Plus Insolve the Insolvable from Rockhampton, and Project Insolved by Team Hard Pivot from Sydney. The winner of the Is Seeing Truly Believing Bounty Prize is Project Insolve It by Team Insolve It from Melbourne. Welcome Lara Howden, or yes, Lara? Great. Over 110,000 people in Australia are bankrupt. Whether they share it or not, each one of us knows someone who's been affected. Life doesn't always go to plan. So we pulled together a team of data scientists, lawyers, coders and engineers to research the problem and create a solution which the team calls Insolvit, a platform that uses real data to predict the likelihood of non-compliance with these obligations and target resources to the people who need it most. Congratulations to Lara and your team Insolvit. To bankruptcy or not to bankruptcy, keeping the process real. This award is also sponsored by the Australian Financial Security Authority. This challenge was to help predict non-compliance in the personal insolvency system. How can artificial intelligence and machine learning assist us in the future? Personal insolvencies include bankruptcies, debt agreements, and personal insolvency agreements. Can data and artificial intelligence help us predict non-compliance? Honourable mentions again went to Project Insolvency by Team Dimitri's Angels from Townsville, Project Pre-Solvent from Sydney, Project Insolve the Insolvable from Rockhampton, and they're the honourable mentions. The runners-up award went to Insolved by Team Hard Pivot from Sydney. Please welcome Lambert Kang to the stage. This project, Insolved, is an advanced analytics engine to help everyday Australians get back on track. Using machine learning and predictive modelling, Insolved estimates with 95% accuracy if people within the personal insolvency system are at a high risk of non-compliance. Congratulations to Team Hard Pivot from Sydney. And one more to go. The winner of this category goes to Project Insolvit by Team Insolvit from Melbourne. We welcome Aaron Mendoza. Sorry, no, Lara Howden again. A little more about their application, as they've been here already. They have three main features. The compliance dashboard provides an overview of the state of non-compliance in Australia. The second feature is individual risk profiles. The third feature is Insolvit Together, a platform for clients going through the insolvency process, which promotes education and compliance. Thank you, River. Congratulations, and thank you to the Australian Financial Security Authority. This next one is a bounty challenge. Visualise the numbers, sponsored by the Department of Finance. Please welcome to the stage Tony Huggins, Acting Assistant Secretary of Technical Services from the Department of Finance. Their award was, or challenge, was how can people better view data on GovCMS in visuals? The honourable mention went to the Wild Australia project by Team Cloudbench from Liverpool. And the winner of this Visualise the Numbers award is to GovCMS Data Visualisation by Team Marika from Sydney. We welcome Dean Nguyen to accept the award on behalf of the team. The team using Drupal 8 GovCMS to represent numerical data in various graphs and displayed them on the website. Congratulations to Team Marika. I'll keep Tony on the stage because the next award is also for Show Us the Numbers, is also sponsored by the Department of Finance. How can we use open finance data to turn numbers into stories? The challenge was to create an informative visualisation or application. There is one winner, and it goes to People's Budget Project by Team Tiny Happy People Hacking from Canberra. Welcome, Craig Tomler. to accept the award. This project is a visualisation representing the Australian budget by the dollars flowing to different departments, representing the physical movement of dollars on a map-like interface involving different government portfolio areas. Excellent. Well done, Craig and Team Tiny Happy People, and thank you to the Department of Finance. Thank you, Tony. Our next bounty prize, Tax Help Centres, sponsored by the Australian Tax Office. Please welcome Meg Hasseldine, Strategic Advisor to the Deputy Commissioner for Smarter Data, to present the next two challenges for ATO. Welcome, Meg. The ATO's challenge was to ask teams to look at how the ATO could use artificial intelligence or machine learning to locate the best locations for tax help centres. The ATO runs a tax help program for eligible individuals in need of assistance. Tax Help is a network of ATO trained and accredited community volunteers who provide a free and confidential service to help people complete their tax returns using the online MyTax. Honourable mentions in this category go to GovHack, GovTax by Team GovHackers from Melbourne. Further honourable mention goes to A Taxing Problem by Team Nostradata from Canberra. And the winner is Taxmate by Team Tartans AU from Adelaide. Welcome Donna Frida Safiera. There you are, Donna. To accept the award on behalf of Team Tartans AU. Taxmate is a solution for both tax residents and the government. For tax residents, the app provides an easy access to the nearest ATO help centres. It epitomises the ATO's resources allocation process and placement of help centres. We designed the solution, the team says, as a result of available open data and machine learning algorithms implementation. Congratulations, Team Tartan and Donna. And the next Australian Taxation Office award is called the Friendly ATO. That looked pretty friendly to me. Of course you are. It's definitely a challenging category, this one. So how can the ATO use artificial intelligence or machine learning to better understand and develop ways to engage with our clients? AIML approaches are predicted to radically change the future and change tax and super environments in the future. So, honourable mentions go to ATO Feedback from Project ATO Feedback from Adelaide, and this project name deserves an award in and of itself, Glad You Bot It Up from Team 6 to Fix. The runners-up award goes to Project GovTax by Team GovHackers. Please welcome James Dale to accept the award. Team GoGo's GovTax helps verify if the ATO has optimised the location of tax help centres to benefit the intended clients. And the winner of this category, the Friendly ATO, goes to Taxmate by Team Tartans AU. Once again, please welcome Donna Frida Safiera to the stage to accept the award on behalf of their team. Some more info on their project. Taxmate mobile app will facilitate the tax residents' geolocation and direct them to the nearest ATO help centre. Moreover, they'll be able to make an appointment for future visits. The tax residents can also include additional requirements such as preferred language or the purpose of the visit. Please again congratulate Team Tartans AU. And please thank Meg from your friendly Australian tax office. Much appreciated. Next is a bounty prize, integrating AIHW, sponsored by Australian Institute of Health and Welfare. I'd like to call back Katie to help me with this one, as unfortunately we don't have a representative from the Australian Institute of Health and Welfare with us tonight. How can we integrate Australian information, health and welfare and other data sources in interesting ways, showing novel technical data, mashups and showcasing creative integrated data displays? Honourable mentions went to Council Plus by Team the Code Father from Sydney, and My City by Team B&C from Canberra. There can only be one winner though, and that winner is Shaping Australian Stories by Team X from Sydney. Please welcome Alex Blake to accept the award on behalf of the team. In an age of social media, it seems as if everyone is kicking goals, and it can sometimes feel as if you are falling behind, but social media is subjective. How do we truly understand where we fit in our demographic? Introducing Izzy. Simply asking our chatbot Izzy questions about your health, wealth and lifestyle, you can gauge an understanding of how you compare and how you can better your circumstances. Congratulations, Alex and Team Blake. Hang around, Katie. I think, Katie, I need you. But wait, better get the award. Our second award from the AIHW is Australians' Stories. What meaningful ways can we tell the story about what it's like to be an Australian? And in what ways some Australians live very different lives from others? How can we make people more aware of the issues facing themselves and others as they go through life? We want to help the Australian government and all Australians be better informed about our Australians' health and welfare so that they can make better decisions. Honourable mentions go to Council Plus by Team the Code Father from Sydney and Shaping Australian Stories by Team X from Sydney. The runners-up for this award are Boundless Connections by Team in Time from Melbourne. We welcome Colin Lee back to the stage. There's a lot of data on health and wellbeing. Our project, the team says, aims to increase the positive data out there by encouraging the communities to come together and be active. Location, city and state data is used to encourage application users to venture out and explore together. Congratulations, Team in Time and Colin. And the winner is Project Bubbles by Team from Sydney. John Young is the New South Wales Director. Ooh, he tried it. Welcome to the stage, John, via the correct entrance. Bubbles is the project, and it creates an algorithmically generated, data-driven narratives to pop the information and empathy bubbles that exist within today's digital, atomised society by generating interactive, gamified, empathy-creating narratives. Congratulations, Team and John Young. Thanks, Katie. And thanks too to the Australian Institute of Health and Welfare. I'd like to now ask Tennessee Leuenberg, Head of Secure Coding for the Bureau of Meteorology, to join us for their bounty challenge on decision support. And the Bureau of Meteorology have been a magnificent supporter of the GovHack Awards. And their challenge was, how can we make it easy to use weather and ocean data to our advantage? E.g., when should you lay concrete, or when you should go out yachting or picnicking? We are all faced with a lot of weather-dependent decisions each day. When to plant my tomatoes was mine the other day. I suspect this app could have helped. And we all need technology to make that easier. We face many decisions, both simple and complex, as individuals, groups, organisations, and even government. Honourable mentions in this Bounty Challenge goes to Project Weather to Go by Team YCY from Brisbane, and Project Boundless Connections by Team In Time from Melbourne. The winner of this project, of this category, is Project Crashboard by Team AS.Numeric from Casey. The City of Casey often leads the way in a range of local government innovations and certainly have been great participants in GovHack events over a number of years. Crashboard is an interactive dashboard designed to take the guesswork out of decision making when local and state governments invest into road safety upgrades. Crashboard assists key decision makers in making data-driven decisions based on identification of crash hotspots in varying weather and light conditions. Each local area is ranked based on road safety score, which could be used to identify areas in need of road infrastructure upgrades. Congratulations to AS Numeric. And thank you very much, Tennessee, from the Bureau of Meteorology. I think we're done. We'd like to welcome... I think I've got a problem here. Hold on. Okay, sorry. This is a joint award, so I've misread my notes. I do apologise. You are right, I was wrong. Thank you, Tennessee. But I'd also like to invite Greg Dennehy, the lead Defence Research Accelerator from the Department of Defence Science and Technology Group. Because this is a jointly presented award. Threw me there. This joint award is for exploring the oceans. Challenge was, how can we use ocean data to better support decision making for how we use our oceans? What sort of information presentation could provide more effective understanding of ocean dynamics beneath the ocean surface over a period of time? The honourable mention went to Project From Global Climate Change to Future Ocean by Team Future Ocean from Perth. The runners-up was Project Noosa Hydro, great display out here in the foyer from the Sunshine Coast. We welcome Christopher Drake to the stage. Project Noosa Hydro used BOM and Noosa Council datasets to perform a rough feasibility study for generating Noosa electricity needs using the Australian Eastern Current and modern hydro barges. Congratulations, Christopher and Project Noosa Hydro. The winner for this category is Project ARC by Team The Ogre Lords from Rockhampton. Welcome Michael O'Rourke, all the way from Rocky, to the stage to accept this award. Pollution is still a prevalent issue surrounding the seas and oceans of Australia. In order to help better the protection of the ecosystem, the ability to predict major flow of waste will help maximise the efficiency of waste removal. The project, ARC, or Australian Rubbish Cleanup, created the mission to protect Australia's reefs and marine life by removing plastic from our oceans. Our promise is to leave a clean and brighter future. Congratulations to Team Ogre Lords, Project ARC and Michael O'Rourke. Thank you. Thank you, Tennessee, but I think I'm going to ask our representative from the Department of Defence to stay. Yes, that's right. This is the second award for the Department of Defence and is called Working Together. How can open government data be used to improve responders' situational understanding and ability to plan their response and share their information between agencies, allowing more informed decisions during domestic emergencies and national security events? Honourable mentions went to Project Safer Evacuations by Team Tiny Happy People Hacking from Canberra. And Project Expose, Show Us Your Data from Adelaide. The runners-up in this category were Project Virtual Emergency Management by Team Null Variables from Canberra. Welcome Ian McArdle. Well done, Ian. Situational awareness is paramount in dealing with any emergency situation. Virtual emergency management creates a virtual environment that allows an emergency commander to be fully immersed in the situation through VR, knowing the position of all their resources, the direction of the wind, and the position of the emergency vehicles. Evacuation centres, potentially threatened lives, and infrastructure are all mapped out in 3 dimensions. They are aware of it all. Congratulations to Ian and Team Null Variables, VRables. And the winner, just before we go to a break, for this category is Emergency Data Response by Team Tech Preppers from Melbourne. Please welcome Adrian Martin back to the stage. Yep, that's the kind of cheering we like. This project is based on a device which will host emergency data related to a local disaster site. Basically, as we heard before, a local internet which works in a situation where there is no internet available. Congratulations again to Team Tech Preppers. Adrian. And thank you, Greg, from the Department of Defence Science and Technology Group. We're now going to break. I'm just going to do a little time check, and guess what? 7:45. How about that? Does that mean I get some dinner now? So we're going to break for 30 minutes. It'll be great if you're back in here at about 8:15 sharp, and we'll make sure we press on with the second half of Exciting Awards. Congratulations to all the winners so far.
My name's James Dale, currently 17, studying VCE at RMIT. I've been to a couple of hackathons before. I really love the vibe and the atmosphere going to them. So far I look at the IP Australia data sets, and we're currently having a look into what we can do around their criteria and having a look at some other data sets as well.
I'm Stiliana, I'm a user experience designer. I look at end-to-end experience design all the way from research strategy to figure out user pain points when related to digital, all the way to development-ready designs. Something that really drew me to GovHack is the fact that all these different data sets get released for all sorts of different topics. My group is looking at a waste management data set, so we're looking at waste and how it's increasing over time and how recycling is kind of stagnating at this point. So we're going to try and find ways to alleviate some of those pain points with machine learning.
Hello, I am Tess, I'm a solicitor, and I am a first-timer here at GovHack. For us, it's really exciting. Some of us are just meeting tonight. We know we come from different industries, we have different experiences, different insights. I'm sure we all operate in very different ways, so we're excited to just get into it and give it a go.
This is our first experience with GovHack. I've just got in this morning myself, and there's a hive of activity, a lot of people walking around and getting together and clustering and working on solutions. So I'm really excited to get in here and have a conversation with some of the people and look at the solutions that they're starting to work on today. GovHack is very interesting to us. Infosys is already part of the community. We're part of this ecosystem of technology working with customers, be it government or commercial organisations already. It's important for us and vital for us to actually continue that engagement with the community in ensuring that we're developing technology, we're developing technology engineers, that next generation of people that are come through, that are going to come and work for government, for other organisations and for us.
One of the things that Intermission does is to participate in hackathons. And for us, GovHack as an event was an extremely important event that we wanted to participate, and we wanted to be the premier sponsors for the event. And the reason this is important is because we have to actually foster an environment which allows people to be innovative, be creative, push boundaries, meet people with like minds, build a community, and give them a license to fail, because only through failures you can actually build successes.
My name is Misha. I'm a regional head for financial services at Infosys. We are here to make that contribution, to be part of this society and to really work with the community to co-create the solutions to the problems that Australia faces today and in the future.
David Southwick, I'm the Shadow Minister for Innovation, Energy Resources and Renewables. It's very important to have companies like Infosys involved in GovHack, a global company, a company that's certainly been involved in recruiting young people and making a huge difference on the global scene. And what we have today is a whole range of talented people coming together, and that opportunity for them to learn and ultimately have the potential to work with companies like Infosys, and that's what we would encourage.
I'm pretty confident that we can win. I mean, it's really difficult to tell in a hackathon of this size, but definitely really enthusiastic for the best results.
Ooh. Yeah, such security. One go. Yeah.
Do you reckon the stream's still going? Creating
Hi.
streamlings.
Hi people on the internet, if you can hear me.
No. Can I use your phone once? Shut off.
Totally.
Really? You shut up. Do you have any battery? Do you want to use my power?
Do you want? No, I definitely have a battery.
Do you want some power? Do you
I have power. How much quicker can it go? Right here.
Yep.
Very good. You get the GovHack. You like
Yep.
Why are your light photos off?
Because
you can always
I'm like a normal
backwards.
person.
If like someone blinks, then you can like
Yeah, but I'm
live
like a normal
photo.
person. I hate scrolling through the photos and having them move when you've got like, say for
Oh,
example,
it's
we
the
take it
tiniest
and then
little
we
effect.
move up and it's like just not the same. Nice. Alright, let's do,
Yeah, cool.
let's do the other colour. Just for
Oh yeah,
contrast.
just for contrast. Look at this.
I've only looked at the first half so far.
My name's James Dale, currently 17, studying VCE at RMIT. I've been to a couple of hackathons before. I really love the vibe and the atmosphere going to them. So far I look at the IP Australia data sets, and we're currently having a look into what we can do around their criteria and having a look at some other data sets as well.
I'm Stiliana, I'm the user experience designer. I look at end-to-end experience design all the way from research strategy to figure out user pain points when related to digital, all the way to development-ready designs. Something that really drew me to GovHack is the fact that all these different data sets get released for all sorts of different topics. My group is looking at a waste management data set, so we're looking at waste and how it's increasing over time and how recycling is kind of stagnating at this point. So we're going to try and find ways to alleviate some of those pain points with machine learning.
Hello, I am Tess, I'm a solicitor, and I am a first timer here at GovHack. For us, it's really exciting. Some of us are just meeting tonight. We know we come from different industries, we have different experiences, different insights. I'm sure we all operate in very different ways, so we're excited to just get into it and give it a go.
This is our first experience with GovHack. I've just got in this morning myself, and there's a hive of activity, a lot of people walking around and getting together and clustering and working on solutions. So I'm really excited to get in here and have a conversation with some of the people and look at the solutions that they're starting to work on today. GovHack is very interesting to us. Infosys is already part of the community. We're part of this ecosystem of technology working with customers, be it government or commercial organisations already. It's important for us and vital for us to actually continue that engagement with the community in ensuring that we're developing technology, we're developing technology engineers, that next generation of people that are come through, that are going to come and work for government, for other organisations and for us.
One of the things that Intermission does is to participate in hackathons. And for us, GovHack as an event was an extremely important event that we wanted to participate, and we wanted to be the premier sponsors for the event. And the reason this is important is because we have to actually foster an environment which allows people to be innovative, to be creative, push boundaries, meet people with like minds, build a community, and give them a license to fail, because only through failures you can actually build successes.
My name is Misha. I'm a regional head for financial services at Infosys. We are here to make that contribution, to be part of this society and to really work with the community to co-create the solutions to the problems that Australia faces today and in the future.
David Southwick, I'm the Shadow Minister for Innovation, Energy Resources and Renewables. It's very important to have companies like Infosys involved in GovHack, a global company, a company that's certainly been involved in recruiting young people and making a huge difference on the global scene. And what we have today is a whole range of talented people coming together, and that opportunity for them to learn and ultimately have the potential to work with companies like Infosys, and that's what we would encourage.
I'm pretty confident that we can win. I mean, it's really difficult to tell in a hackathon of this size, but definitely really enthusiastic for the best results.
is proud to be a national sponsor of GovHack 2018. We're providing mentors and support for GovHack teams all across Australia this weekend. Our mentors will be sharing their expertise with GovHack teams that includes technical, product, business and project expertise built on over 30 years experience delivering innovative solutions to government and public sector companies across Australia and New Zealand.
really like to see all the what comes out of all of this data, because there's just so much, and there's so many angles that people are taking with all these separate bits. Best thing is getting people interested in processing data and actually looking at the bigger picture of all this information that we have that's going nowhere, that needs to be looked at. We've got all this stuff stored, but no way of actually dealing with all of it. And it's just becoming more and more of an issue as we gather more data.
Excited to partner with GovHack this year because we share a lot of the same values. We're really keen on building technical and creative skills in our community and collaborating more with government to deliver social and economic value.
If you're considering bankruptcy, understand that while it can offer you a fresh start, it does come with some serious consequences. To start with, you will normally be bankrupt for 3 years and 1 day, and your name will appear permanently on the National Personal Insolvency Index, or NPII. This is an online record that anyone can check, including banks, landlords, and employers. You might lose some of your assets, and you could find it tough to borrow money, renew, or obtain insurance. You may also have to pay a bond before connecting gas or electricity. You won't be able to travel overseas without permission. You might even have to surrender your passport. Your income, employment, or business might be affected. And if your income goes past a certain point, some of that could go to the people you owe money to. Bankruptcy conditions are legally binding. So if you don't stick to them, you could be in even worse trouble. The AFSA website has a lot more information about bankruptcy and its consequences. Simply go to afsa.gov.au and search Consequences of Personal Insolvency. Bankruptcy is serious. Understanding how it works and what to expect will help you decide if it's the right move for you.
When I come to work in the morning, I think I look forward most to the variety and things that kind of take my interest, and I get that not just from the work that I do, but also from the different people that I interact with.
Being able to work across the different areas of the ATO, it's really built my confidence, and I can see, the areas that I shine in, what I enjoy doing, and really where I can add the most value. I'm hearing directly from the IT workforce that the things that I'm implementing in the workplace are really making a difference.
The work that we do at the ATO, it really pays the bills for the community as a whole. So we're the ones who ensure that the system's running, bills get paid.
There's not many organisations out there in Australia that have the sort of size and scale of IT systems that we do. So in terms of professional development, the tax office has been a really great place to work.
The breadth of experience that you can get in the ATO has been really wonderful for my career. Not just going out and doing a training course, but actually getting the opportunity to learn on the job.
There is so much more to the ATO than just
numbers. There is so much more to the ATO than just technical knowledge. It's a varied workforce in a varied environment.
There are lots of things that I really enjoy about working at the ATO. The work is really interesting, really challenging, and for a tax nerd, it's the best kind of work you can do. And the ability to be able to work from home, supported by all the right technologies, is one of the conditions that is really of benefit to me.
I came from the private sector in hope of having the work-life balance and then progressing my career, and I'm definitely not disappointed. I'm going to wake up and I want to go to work.
It's not always a case of just collecting revenue. It's also educating taxpayers at the same time and ensuring that they're going in the right path.
In a public service, you expect everyone to be formal. You expect everyone to be stern and, I don't want to say boring, but no, they're all just human as well. So coming into here was just a surprise to what I expected.
What has been the real impact of the work that you've done over your career? What's been the real legacy that you've set? Who's really challenged you? Who's really pushed you and set your limits? That's questions that you can really answer if you come to the ATO.
What you're seeing here is the outcomes of deep collaboration between Data61, other parts of CSIRO, our 30 university partners, government and industry.
There's a lot of great innovation happening within the organisation, and it's really great to see it all in one place.
Your brain ends up exploding with the possibilities.
When we lift the scale of our ambition and we focus on multidisciplinary projects, we can achieve a whole lot more than we can individually, and that's what the country needs right now.
Without science, we don't have a future.
GovHack is Australia's largest open data hackathon. Brings together technical people, creative people to work on challenges that are important to citizens of Queensland and Australia as well. As part of doing the business of government, government generates a vast amount of data that can be used for all sorts of purposes.
What we often see is when community groups or individuals access that data and try to solve everyday problems in their community, they might be able to come up with a solution that the government just hasn't had the resources or the time to do themselves.
We've got access to about 2,000 different types of data, from finding out when fireworks are coming up in different areas or seeing soil erosion or emissions from factories. And GovHack's a great opportunity of having this explosion of multidisciplinary people coming in, solving problems that we didn't think we had or even knew we would be able to solve.
They can create an app or a website. It could be informing people of where to find the next water fountain in the parks, or it could be an app for where do I find a good parking spot in Brisbane.
It's the ultimate way of government saying that citizens are an active participant in the way that they design solutions and policies for government.
I think the most exciting thing about GovHack is more the people that you're with. Having mentors and people who have skills that are not yours, and you can become a team and work towards something that you don't think you would have been able to do yourself. I think that's a great strength of GovHack.
And an event like this is such a great way for us to talk to people, to listen to people and to learn from people in terms of, is what we're doing valuable, could it be improved, and also what the future of open data might look like as well.
And great outcome at the end of the week is we've got all these fantastic things to work with, problems to solve, even products or services that we can now develop. It's a great opportunity for people to get together and really come up with benefits for the community.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I was going to get grumpy with you for being late, but given part of what tonight's all about is making connections, getting together with others around the country who you might not have seen but you've been connected with through GovHack, I'll forgive you this time, some of you, except for those walking in now. I'll tell you what is lovely is sitting in this front seat and watching people walk past with medals around their neck. Wear them proudly for the great work you've done. Woo! Lovely celebration. Just a little bit of housekeeping before we get back underway. Event hosts, so event hosts from around the country, can I just remind you that you need to go to the registration desk to collect show bags or prizes or what have you for people who haven't been able to collect them or weren't here from your event. And that goes for honourable mentions people as well. You get the mention, but you also get something that you have to pick up afterwards. So we'll get back underway. Welcome back. And to a second exciting half of GovHack 2018. I'd like to invite Melinda Hatton, the State Manager from the New South Wales ACT Department of Jobs and Small Business. The department, welcome Melinda. The department created a bounty challenge called Unmasking the State/Territory Employment Data. How can we unmask the hidden data behind the labour market in our states and territories? What does the employment fund expenditure or vacancy data reveal about state territory labour markets? Welcome, Melinda. The honourable mention goes to Project Extra Jobs by Team Extra from Adelaide. And the winner of this category is Project Secure Your Future by Team Big Orange Brain from Melbourne. Woo. Unfortunately, they will not be able to be with us tonight, so welcome Luke Burns, the GovHack Melbourne host, to the stage to collect the award on their behalf. Welcome, Luke. Big Orange Brain is a team of 2 with software engineering backgrounds and a keen interest in open data. Their aim was to uncover insights into better utilisation of our labour market that the development of jobs and small business will hopefully find valuable. The next award from that same department is On Your Mark, Get Set, Startup, again sponsored by the Department of Jobs, Small Business. How do startups have the potential to increase job demand in the long term? Honourable mentions go to Project Fail a Corn by Team The Real Slim Shady from Sunshine Coast, and Project New Age Business by Team Optic Net from Mount Gambier. The runners-up in this category were Project Secure Your Future by Team Big Orange Brain. Again, not with us this evening, sadly, but congratulations. And the winner of this category goes to Project Make a Move by Team Motley Crue from Perth. Please welcome James Gardner to the stage to collect the award. Make a Move looks to help to convince more people to move to regional areas by investigating opportunities for new business being opened up in the area. Well done, James. And thank you, Melinda and the Department of Jobs and Small Business. Much appreciated. I'd like to now invite Katie Hannon back from the GovHack board, as the Department of Industry, Innovation and Science couldn't be with us to present their challenge on their behalf. Thanks, Katie. Their bounty is Industry Meets Academia. How can we overcome the cultural differences between business and researchers to encourage innovation and collaboration? Honourable mentions go to Project HealthLink from Sydney, Project the Hex Prize from Toowoomba, woohoo! And the winner goes to Project Academic Connect by Team I'm Learning from Sunshine Coast. Welcome Robert Theodore Wells to accept the award on behalf of the team. The project aimed to address the lack of collaboration between government, universities and industry to encourage innovation. Congratulations, Team I'm Learning. And the second challenge, a new start sponsored by the Department of Industry, Innovation and Science. How can we improve the process of starting or growing a business? What new ways of improving business prospects for new and existing businesses can be built? Honourable mention goes to Project Fail a Corn by Team The Real Slim Shady. Please stand up. From Sunshine Coast. And the runners-up, Project BizX Business Transformed by Team DXC Technology from Canberra. We welcome Ryan Whitmore to the stage to accept the award. The team says, we believe that for a business to grow and prosper into the future, an entrepreneur needs accurate, relevant and easily accessible location data. Reusing and combining GNAF, ABS Business and ACT population data sets in several ways, we created a product that provides business viability ratings based on location, competitors and demographics, helping entrepreneurs to identify the best areas to start and grow a business. Congratulations, Ryan and Team DXC. The winner in this category then is Project EasyBiz by Team Arvis from Melbourne. Welcome Jichen Wang to the stage to accept the award on behalf of their team. The team say, we have developed a simple machine learning tool and a judging AI algorithm to find a best business location. For example, you want to open a cafe shop in the CBD area and your budget is 100K. Our AI will look for your business competitors around that area, your potential business streets should you be a little further away from your competitors, and you don't want to open a cafe just beside another cafe. Congratulations to Team Arvis. Thank you, Katie, and thank you to the Department of Industry, Innovation and Science. I'd now like to welcome Jason Jin, Data Advisor in the Office of the Chief Economist, IP Australia, to present IP Australia's challenges. Their first bounty challenge is finding all the like needles in the haystack. We are looking for your best and brightest ideas to help us identify the same business applicant across data sets and over time. Honourable mention went to Project Chain IP by Team Cabanossi from Sydney. And the winner, Project IP Identity by Team Blockheads from Canberra. We welcome Akil Akbar to accept the award on behalf of the team. They asked the question, can we construct a clean, fault-tolerant, distributed borderless IP ledger? Yes, we can, but wait, there's more. This decentralised database inherently will not only allow duplicates, such an application is mathematically invalid and will not succeed. With blockchain, we have solved the issue of duplication transparently and provided added benefits too. In addition, we have implemented a persistence layer between the blockchain and the user that allows the ability for any user to retrieve blockchain verified IP records from their web browser. Fantastic, congratulations. Team. And the second award from IP Australia, I think I need my IP Australia man back to the stage, is matching applicants. How could the same business applicant be identified across multiple data sets and over time? How can we do this in new or interesting ways? IP rights data have duplicated records and misidentified businesses because applicants are inconsistent with providing their details. Runner-up went to Project Chain IP by Team Cabanossi from Sydney. Welcome Yosei Wijarja to the stage to accept the award. The team said we use smart contracts and the EOSIO blockchain virtual machine platform to create a better way to handle IP rights data. Preferably the nodes would be scattered throughout government institutions and universities, which would lead to a high, nigh indestructible, untamperable and extremely resilient database. Very useful for many cases within government. No photo? The winner is Project IP Identity from Team Blockheads from Canberra. Welcome again, Akil. Further info on their project. They say we will implement deduplication and checking functionality using Levenstein distance to quantify string similarity, providing an expert, I'm going to need a whiteboard on this one afterwards, Akil, I think, providing an expert-driven interface to check the results. Our blockchain solution will be a smart contract implemented in the EOSIO platform. Our aim is to provide a platform for internationally open and accessible IP records where the smart contract enforces deduplication of records and verification. I can smell commercialisation written all over this one, Akhil. Come and see me later. So, thank you, Jason, and thank you to IP Australia. And now I'd like to welcome to the stage Louis Jasek, Manager of Open Data Policy within the Queensland Government. Welcome, Louis. Their first challenge is the Bounty QANZAC 100 challenge. How might we engage Queenslanders with QANZAC 100, Memories for a New Generation? Remembrance Day, of course, tomorrow, 11th of November 2018, will be the 100th anniversary of the end of World War I, or the armistice of World War I. Over 80,000 digitised images, diaries and manuscripts commemorating Queensland's WW1 and Anzac history, including World War I diaries, letters, photographs and items for over 100 years. How might we engage Queenslanders in that treasure trove of knowledge? There is no honourable mention or runner-up in this category, so we're going straight to the winner. And the winner is The Spirit Lives by Team Living Spirit from Brisbane. Welcome Taiki Ishiyama to accept the award on behalf of the team. The team says, our application allows users to choose a portrait from the State Library of Queensland's datasets and automatically colorises it and displays a 3D model. The web application is used like any other website and is very intuitive to users of all ages. The back end of the application is where all the magic happens. We've trained a machine learning model to independently colorise images without any human assistance, and the 3D model of the soldier is created from an open source repository. Wow. Congratulations, Team Living Spirit. You can see from the emotional reaction in the audience to your work that it's a worthy winner. Congratulations. Their next award is the Healthy Communities Award, Queensland Government again. How might we assist councils to build healthier and stronger communities? The estimated cost of physical inactivity on the Australian economy is $13.8 billion. Physical activity reduces the risk of disease. Insufficient physical activity is one of the leading risk factors for death worldwide. Physical activity, of course, as we know, provides mental and social benefits. Honourable mentions for the Healthy Communities Challenge went to Project Everyday Active by Team Death Clock from Darwin. You can only imagine. And Project Healthy Communities for Fitness and Community Portal by Team Unafraid of the Dark Web from Sunshine Coast. The runners-up in this category went to Project Spark Life by Team Giraffe. Have I got that right? Giraffe. From Canberra, welcome Xingxi to accept the award. Spark Life is an application that allows everyday people to improve their health and well-being through a series of recommendations for physical exercise and a suitable location for it. Users can select their area and age group and be provided with some health risks for their age demographic. It will also suggest a series of exercises that are suited for them. This application will streamline and guide the user through the process from beginning to end. Congratulations to Xing and Team Giraffe. The winner in this category is Project Get Active by Team Get Active USC from the Sunshine Coast. Unfortunately, they were unable to be here with us, so this evening we welcome the GovHack Sunshine Coast event host Anne Lawrence to the stage to accept the award on their behalf. And I know GovHack Sunshine Coast is a very vibrant scene. Congratulations to you as well, Anne. Well done. Thank you, Louis, and thank you to the Queensland Government for your continued support. Our next award is OneGov, sponsored by Infosys Limited, and to present the award again, we'd like to no stranger to the stage and to the steps on the right-hand side, Ashok, Vice President of Infosys. The challenge was, how can we leverage transformative digital technology concepts, smart cards, mobile apps, NFC, and expand on the concept behind MyGov's centralised government service architecture to promote self-service capabilities for other commercial organisations. There is no single mechanism where citizens can bring cards, licences, registrations, etc. together, so we continue to have overcrowded purses and wallets as a consequence. How can we take a one government, one gov approach to bring these things together was the challenge. The honourable mention goes to Project OneGov ID by Team GovHackers, OneGov Melbourne. The runners-up were Project CareGov in beta from Team Oakton. From Canberra, welcome Patrick Drake Brockman back to the stage. The team says, we decided to create a service that would consume what data we did find and help capture and populate the information that was sorely missing. By combining multiple services currently spread across numerous departments, we were able to pull together a clear picture about how young carers are actively using services available to them. Congratulations. And the winner is Project Pikachu by Team Rocket from Melbourne. Welcome Osama Ahmed Tahir to the stage to collect the award on behalf of Team Rocket. My Card is your one-stop solution for managing all your cards by providing you with a virtual wallet that can be accessed through your phone or an NFC card. Yes, please. Thank you, Ashok, and thank you to Infosys as our lead sponsor for 2018. I'd now like to invite lead agency sponsor Matt Goonan, the Chief Technology Officer for the Digital Transformation Agency, and together with Marita Bayer-Gorman, who are going to jointly present their first challenge. The bounty is intriguing combinations. How can we combine the uncombinable? The best use of two or more data sets which seem to be completely unrelated to each other but can be brought together to inform great solutions. The winner in this category is Project Bubbles by Team from Sydney. Welcome back to the stage, Khan Hui, to accept the award on behalf of the team. Yes, Khan, you are here, great. Bubbles uses data from ABS SA2 sensors and AIHW Health and AFSA Insolvency to connect information bubbled demographics. For example, we generated a data-driven story to inform a young Australian about statistics for their demographic and show similar statistics for an equivalent but older demographic, thereby generating empathy around the target demographic. Well done. Great work, Khan and Team. The next and last of our sponsored awards is from the Digital Transformation Agency, and their challenge is More Than Apps and Maps, Help Government Decide with Data. How can we combine data to help government make their big and small decisions? Governments make decisions every day with long-term consequences, such as location of a school, or on a small scale, such as the rostering of a help desk staff. At the same time, governments are collecting data on everything from road use to public housing to recreational fishing areas. When combined, data has the potential to help government make better decisions, deliver better services for people. The runners-up in this category are Project Safer Evacuations by Team Tiny Happy People Hacking from Canberra. Again, welcome Craig Tomler to the stage. Safer Evacuations allows first responders to model evacuation situations in urban environments, testing for choke points and adapting the model to review different scenarios where some of the safe evacuation routes are blocked. Using population, map and location data, they are able to plan for different scenarios and prepare plans to address different emergency situations. Congratulations, Craig and the Team Tiny Happy People Hacking. And the winner in this category is Project Crashboard by Team AS.Numeric from Casey. Welcome Michael Murray to accept the award. Crashboard is an interactive dashboard designed to take the guesswork out of decision making when local and state governments invest in road safety upgrades. Crashboard assists key decision makers in making data-driven decisions based on the identification of crash hotspots in varying weather and light conditions. Each local area is ranked based on a road safety score, which could be used to identify areas in need of road infrastructure upgrades. Congratulations for Team Crashboard, and thank you again for the Digital Transformation Agency and your Matt and sorry, I've gone. That was a written in one, so you have to forgive me, Marita. Matt and Marita. Welcome. Thank you. Okay, thank you. So we're now coming to some really special awards. So I'm going to welcome Jason Weigel, who's the chair of GovHack, to present the final awards. Welcome, Jason, who no doubt, as chair of GovHack, together with his great team of volunteers, has put in hundreds of hours of his own time to make GovHack 2018 a real success. So thank you for your contribution, Jason, and your team. It's fantastic. These final awards are all sponsored by GovHack. The first one is a new step to embrace international participants. Transforming the national to the international. Where should Australian businesses go next? This challenge looks at utilising data sets from around the world, not just from within Australia, to consider how an international perspective could be applied to another challenge. The honourable mention goes to Project Weather Intelligence Solutions by Team Outliers from Adelaide. And the winner goes to Project This Place by Team This Place from Sydney. Welcome Jeremy Kelleher to the stage to accept this award. Many residents of Australia hear a welcome to country or acknowledgement of country at events, but do not understand its deep significance or the importance of country to Indigenous Australians. Many people are unaware of just how many diverse Indigenous nations and peoples exist in Australia. We have designed a site combining Australian open data such as native title and significant Indigenous locations with a new idea: community-curated acknowledgement of country in languages other than English. Congratulations, Jeremy, and This Place. Great idea. So now we've completed the projects that have been voted on by our official judges. This year, we handed some of that judging over to you, the participants, to select what you believe was the best entries. Voting for the People's Choice was open for 3 weeks following the competition weekend, where you could vote on the entries that you believe deserved recognition. Thus, we have the People's Choice Award, and the winner of this goes to Project Discover VR by Team, where are you, Jamie? You were going to pronounce this one for me. Team Techno Telecommunicon. Close enough, from Brisbane. Welcome Alexander Miller to the stage to accept the award. We believe, the team says, that to live in a healthy and active lifestyle is to embody the spirit of adventure. Disco VR allows users to live out new adventures around Australia in a VR environment before living them out in real world. Disco VR, or Discover, empowers Australians to make better decisions, allowing them to make the most of their leisure time and engage in physical outdoor community-based activity. Our system makes use of publicly available data to find the right location in the right weather conditions with the necessary amenities, whatever your hobby. What a fantastic idea. Congratulations, Alexander. And team, that one. This year we would also like to acknowledge our youth competitors from around Australia, teams that were made up of at least 75% of participants under the age of 18 years were entered into this award. Through the combined judging from our judges and People's Choice judging, we have come up with the Best Youth Team Award for 2018. The winner of the Best Youth Team goes to Project Backwards and Forwards, South Australia edition by Team Backmans and Fullwoods from Mount Gambier. Woo! Accepting this award, Lily Fullwood. a board game designed to help people interact with their local historical figures with intriguing life facts, all meshed together in a race to the end type board game. We've combined the significant South Australians data set with the South Australian key events data sets in a fun, interactive board game format for all ages. Congratulations, Lily, and the team backmans and forwards from Mount Gambier. We're really getting into some, I think, really important awards. They're all important, of course, but the people who make GovHack work and contribute so much to it and really make the place, as we talked about, an ageless, accepting, accessible, diverse place to be for all participants, the Spirit of GovHack Award. So what is this award? The Spirit of GovHack is the link between producing awesome and being awesome, making things and making things happen, developing something of value whilst valuing most the people with whom you have developed it. That's people, these people, the Spirit of GovHack people, make GovHack, and they make it great. It is as simple as that. And the winner, selected from all local event Spirit winners across the country, is Luke Jin from Brisbane. Come up on stage, Luke. Tell you a bit about Luke. Luke was a participant who was very excited about the competition and working on their project. While doing his own project, he was continuously helping other competitors with a lot of support given to one of the Brisbane youth teams. Many volunteers and mentors acknowledged and highlighted his contributions and enthusiasm over the Brisbane weekend. So that is the Spirit of GovHack. Congratulations, Luke, and thank you for your contribution. Finally, our government agencies are a reason for being. Without their data and their support, we would have no data to play with, no challenges to ponder, nothing and solve, and nothing innovative to create. So this award is the Best Australia Government Agency Participation Award. And the runners-up goes to your friendly Australian Tax Office. Welcome Meg Hasseldine to the stage to accept this award. Come on up, Meg. ATO has been an avid contributor and passionate advocate for GovHack since its inception. They've taken a traditional agency and adapted to the innovative and creative opportunities that GovHack provides. And to me, it's the meeting of these two cultures that really is what GovHack's all about. So congratulations, Meg and ATO. And the winner of the GovHack Australian Government Agency Participation Award goes to the Australian Financial Security Authority. Welcome River Paul to the stage to accept this award. AFSA assisted greatly by providing insight and support to agencies and private sector sponsors who wanted some peer knowledge before they made any commitment. AFSA and River is a fantastic advocate for GovHack, and their role and support is highly engaged and immense value to GovHack at all levels. Thank you, AFSA, and thank you to all of our Australian government agencies who have participated. Turn to State and Territory Government Participation Award. So this is for the best state and territory government participation. The runners-up go to the Australian Capital Territory Government. Welcome Greg Tankard to the stage to accept the award. The ACT government is always an early adopter of GovHack. They take the lead in driving participation and involvement within the ACT. I know my friend Andrew Barr will be very happy with that. And the winner of the Best State and Territory Government Participation Award is the Queensland Government. Welcome Louis again to stage to accept this award. The Queensland Government have been a great supporter of open data and GovHack. They were a driving force behind the increased expansion of venues within Queensland, taking an active role in identifying new locations. They regularly provide GovHack with feedback throughout the process, before, during and after, highly engaged with the entire GovHack process. Thank you to the Queensland Government as well. And our third tier of government, of course, Best Local Government Participation Award. Honourable mention goes to the City of Albany. The runners-up are the Sunshine Coast Council. Welcome Anne Lawrence to the stage to accept this award. Sunshine Council, collectively, their neighbouring councils and local institutions play a highly valued role within GovHack. In fact, the Sunshine Coast Council, I think, plays a highly valued role across smart city, innovation, a whole range of initiatives in local government. They are a leader. This year, they took on 2 venues within their area to promote education, innovation and traffic solutions. Congratulations, Anne and the Sunshine Coast Council. The winner of this Local Government Participation Award is the City of Casey. Please welcome Landy Stolz. I know, having been with the MavTech or Local Government IT Awards in Victoria over 5 or 6 years now, I know the City of Casey is always leading in Victoria as well. The City of Casey this year has been an excellent and very involved entity that have actively looked to improve their GovHack local event through constant refinement cycles. Congratulations, Landy and the City of Casey, and to all of the other local government areas that really do get in boots and all at a local level with GovHack. Thank you to you as well. This brings us to the end of my part in formalities anyway. Can I just take the opportunity to congratulate all the teams who received honourable mentions, awards, winners, runners-ups, but also really just to all the teams right around Australia who have participated. In my time in the last 6 or 7 years all around regional Australia particularly, it's so good to see regional cities participating, engaging with young people. It's a great way that the city can engage, or the local government can engage with young people in the city to do something really productive for their community together. It's not always all about sport in regional cities in Australia. It's an important part of our civic life, but this is equally important in my view. So it's just great to see the GovHack movement grow so strongly over the last 5, 6, 7 years across Australia. That is largely due to an outstanding group of organising committee and volunteers in every city, in every town, in every place, whether you're employed by council or local government or state government or federal government or what have you, you're still often giving your time on weekends to be there and be part of it. So thank you to you. Particularly my thanks go to the GovHack organising committee, who have invited me back, I think, for a 4th time to be with you tonight, and I always enjoy it, and I get a lot out of it. I get much more out of it than I'm able to give, so thank you very much. And particularly can I thank Jan Bryan, the super organiser handler, whose fantastic script allows me to deliver on time and occasionally with only occasional mistakes, so I apologise for that, Jan, but thank you very much. I would like to leave you and say thank you to you, the audience, for being so kind and generous, and I'll invite Jason back to the stage to close the awards for tonight. Welcome, Jason.
Okay, I would like to thank David for the excellent presentation. I would also like to pay my respects by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land, by paying my respects to elders past and present. A very special thank you to our lead sponsor, Emphasis, our lead agencies, the Digital Transformation Agency, and all of our national government agency supporters. national corporate sponsors, and our many state and territory level sponsors. I would like to also acknowledge our VIPs that are here this evening. James Riley, the editorial director of InnovationAus.com. Jamie Leach, the CEO of Open Data Institute Australia Network. I would also like to thank her very greatly for being the MC at the Queensland event, so I didn't have to do it. Thank you. I would also like to acknowledge Paul Scheller, the co-founder and partner of Accelerate HQ and the former CEO of the Digital Transformation Office, as well as Mike Price from GovHack New Zealand. Tonight we have seen the brightest and most successful teams of GovHack 2018 acknowledged and congratulated. All of you here this evening and those joining us by the live stream should be very proud of yourselves for the wonderful projects that you have created. You should all give yourselves a round of applause. In 2018, we saw events in all states and territories across Australia, with new events in Mandurah in Western Australia, Gladstone and Townsville in Queensland, and Liverpool in New South Wales. Admittedly, we had a slow start to the year for GovHack 2018. It was a bit of a challenge to get things up and running for the competition, which led to the competition moving from July to the beginning of September. This delayed start led to a recruitment result of 200 excellent volunteers that we had. We had state directors, territory directors, event hosts in 26 events around the country. In addition to our volunteers, we had around 100 mentors from our sponsoring agencies and corporate sponsors. These people gave up their time on the weekend to help support the development of all the great projects that have been recognised here this evening. To judge all of these entries, we had over 130 judges who completed over 3,600 scorecards. That's a lot of judging that happened. Thank you all to the people that took the time to do this. We saw more than 240 projects developed by over 850 competitors. For those that attended previous Red Carpet Awards, you may note that these numbers are smaller than previous years. Some of this reduction is a result of our late change of date and occurring during university examination and holiday periods. We want to do better, but we are working with universities around this. While we did have fewer projects, responses from our judges have indicated that the projects were as of high quality, if not higher quality than previous years. You should all feel very proud of yourselves. The change in the date did have a benefit on allowing us taking the time to design and develop stage 1 of our new hackerspace. In previous years, the hackerspace was somewhat temperamental in when it came to the Sunday 5 p.m. deadline. This year, we had no downtime around the competition weekend. We did have some challenges and spelling challenges as well. Some of this was around usability, but we are working on to improve this. Hackerspace is an investment of GovHack and will continue to be developed and become the one-stop shop of GovHack, where you'll be, our sponsors will be able to secure their sponsorship, volunteers will be able to register their intention to volunteer, registration for the event will take place, and it'll be where you compete in the competition. It'll be our one-stop shop. We're working hard on improving this for next year. Updates to the hackerspace also allowed us to bring in a new competition structure that incentivized teams to focus their projects earlier around different challenges rather than thinking of challenges at the last minute. Judges also acknowledge this has led to higher quality and more focused projects. This year marks the 9th year of GovHack. For me, it is my 6th year of GovHack. I started as a competitor in Brisbane when friends introduced me to this new hackathon that was happening. Not knowing much about it, I went along and developed a small storytelling application with historical data. I ended up winning second prize in the Queensland level. It was pretty awesome. Unfortunately, while the website's not down, the video still exists. Don't go watch it, please. The following year, I volunteered. I took the dreaded midnight shift. We don't have many events that run for the entire 46 hours, but when I started, most events were encouraged to stay open for the full time. We think people need sleep, so most of our doors shut so people can go and get some well-needed sleep. After taking on that role, every year after that, my volunteering role increased until I became the Bruceman event host, followed by the Queensland State Director. Now I find myself in the role of Chair of GovHack Australia Limited and still the Queensland State Director. It's been a pretty busy year for me, but it has been lots of fun and enjoyable. Few late nights though. It's been a very busy year for many of our volunteers as well. I would like to call up to the stage all of our volunteers that are present here this evening so we can congratulate you for the hard work that you did. Can I get every volunteer up to the stage, please? Okay, I'm going to let you use this stairs as well. There's a lot of people that come up. You can move a bit forward so you're in the light. I'm sure we can get
Can we
the
just hide in the
photographer.
shadows where we belong?
Yes, you can.
I would like to thank you all. We had a wonderful collection of state directors. I can still see a volunteer running up.
Hurry up, Matt.
We had an excellent event hosts. We have only a portion of them here this evening. Some of them weren't able to join us. They are watching us on the live stream, and I thank them a lot. You all have done an excellent job. Thank you very much, everyone. Congratulations. Please take a bow and back to your seats. I've got more stuff to talk about.
Some of us only just seen each other for the first time in real life.
Just pointed out to me, some people here have only just seen people for the first time. We meet online using Zoom. Most people don't know what other people's legs look like. All we see is here, up. I'm sharing it. Looking forward to next year, we would like to welcome back New Zealand. After taking a year off, we are very excited to work with their great team once more to deliver an excellent Trans-Tasman GovHack 2019. GovHack will be returning for the 10th year next year in September again. It will be occurring between the 6th and the 8th of September. We will be hitting the ground running in 2019. Preparations are already underway. We had our first meeting at 12:30 today. We are underway. We'll be in contact with sponsors in the coming months to prepare for next year. In doing so, we would also like to expand into regional Australia to enable competitors who live in rural and remote locations to enter. This year, we saw some great entries coming from Mount Gambier in South Australia, Townsville in Queensland, and Albany in Western Australia. All of these entries were great, but we would like to see more. Specifically, as my role as the Queensland State Director, I'm going to be working with the Queensland Government to ensure we expand further. I'll be doing this, assisting the state directors and territory directors in the other states and territories to ensure this happens as well. This now brings us to the close of GovHack 2018. Thank you to each and every one of you for your involvement with GovHack. We would like to see you all back here next year. Keep in touch. Let us know what you're doing and how your project's going forward. To all of the people that came up on stage this evening, you will find a letter in your bag. We want to keep in contact with you. Please read the letter, send us an email, get in touch with us. We would like to stay in touch. Out in the foyer, at the back, we have the media wall. I would love to get some photos with everyone out there. I would like to, if possible, to get some photos with state by state, so we can have ones to send back to our state sponsors. I would also like to get a crowd photo pointing with the photographer at the top so we can see all the great people that were here this evening. At the registration table, you'll find the honourable mention certificates for the first and the second half of the awards ceremony. So if you haven't collected your honourable mention certificates, please do. Event hosts, before you leave, please collect any ones that are remaining so we can send back to your locations. We will be adjourning to the dock in Redfern. We're going to be dropping in on them to go, let's have a little bit of a drink. So thank you all.